You like the Legend of Korra because we have some Legend of Korra news.
Hold on. This hangout is on the air. What's
Okay.
going on, everybody? It's Kelly and Jordan, Sub Sunday number 66. And we're just kind of doing a soft relaunch right now. Cole might join us later. We're not going to have any guests this show. Next show, we're going to have some guests. So if you want to be a guest, all you got to do is hit that email address that's in the description and shoot me an email, or hit one of us up on Twitter if you got a Twitter and you're following us.
hmm
Um, so yeah, here we go. Sub Sunday orders number 66. You were gonna say something about Legend of Korra, so let's go.
We can get to that later as I'm setting up the topic. Let's go here. Let me link you the.
Well, I mean, the stream started with you going, oh,
Yeah,
so
suspense.
we might as well. Okay,
We're gonna
well now
go.
I'm
Let's talk about Reddit.
okay. Dear God, what about Reddit? What did Reddit do now that 4chan hasn't done yet?
So Reddit went dark. Half of the subreddits went private for a day because Reddit fired one of the like head like so there's AMAs on Reddit.
Okay,
Reddit fired the one person that sets up 90% of the AMAs that gets in contact
what?
contact with the movie stars, the authors, scientists, artists, musicians. They fired her, and now none of the moderators have a way to get in contact with these people to set up the AMAs. Like there's
That's
scheduled AMAs for a bunch of authors and movie stars. They have no way of contacting them because they fired this girl.
whoops.
And it wasn't like there was no notice to anybody, and they haven't said why she was fired, if she was fired for a good reason, but there was just like it was just sort of springed it on everybody who's all the moderators for those subreddits. So all the major ones like r/gaming, art, science, books, AMA, technology, front page, they all went dark. They all went private.
Wow, that's that's pretty crazy, actually.
hmm
That's insane. I wonder what happened.
Yeah, no one likes the CEO. The CEO is
Is a
no,
douche.
yes, no one likes her.
So probably something was said about the CEO, and the CEO didn't like it and fired the only person that was keeping the place running.
Yeah, so that's what people think is that she made a comment about what they did with Fat People Hate and how she just handled it. Because no one liked that Fat People Hate was taken down. They saw it as censorship, and it's not like Reddit is seen as there's no rules. We make our own rules. It's community driven, and having the actual company censor one of the largest subreddits is no one really liked that.
I'm a fat guy, so honestly, I'm glad to see it go because the last thing we need now in our lives is more people sitting around making fun of people because they're different. Congratulations, I'm glad for it. Hold on a second. Anyways, keep talking, Jordan.
All right. Yeah. So Reddit went dark, and that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
Um,
Stop.
that is crazy though.
yeah.
It's not wide enough here, is it?
No, not wide enough in the eyes at all.
I need a pen.
I don't have a pen. What?
Look at me.
Yeah. So Kelly's
Okay.
doing that. I'm
That'll. That's gonna go like that.
Uh huh.
Still gonna show you now.
Mhm. Well, the mic is usually pushed in.
Okay. All right.
Ugh. The fun things we do.
okay. So we talked
Green
about Reddit.
screen. Green screens are fun.
All right, Kelly. We're gonna have a talk about Korra. So
All right.
Comic Con's coming up this weekend,
Okay.
and Legend of Korra is gonna have a panel.
Really?
So originally, everybody thought the creators just said we have new merchandise that we're showing off, like really cool, really cool. Like you could buy a Lin statue. The Lin statues looked awesome, but everybody thought it was just going to be new merchandise. And then one of the creators tweeted, "We have exciting news for the future of the story." And apparently, because all the trailers shown at Comic Con at the booths need to get approved. So this 2 screenshots were leaked. So it looks like we're getting a book 5.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
yeah. And everyone's wondering, where's it going to be? Is Nick? Because Nick canceled it. Is it going to be on Nick, or did what everyone hopes happens? Did Netflix buy it? And is
Isn't
it
it
going to be?
scary that we want these tyrants called Netflix to buy it because they actually release the stuff we want to see? Isn't that terrifying? Like I want to see Netflix buy Firefly so that way we can have a second season. But anyways, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So hopefully Netflix bought it, and we're going to get a 5th season, and a 6th season, and a 7th, and a 8th.
Well, see, I don't think they should go past 5 seasons with Korra.
Really?
Honestly, I say they should just let Korra go like they did with Aang, and bring up the next Avatar.
Would you want the next Avatar, or would you want them to go back and before Aang, an Avatar before Aang, or do you
No,
care?
no, no. I think they would do. I think they should do the next one because at this point, going backwards would just be kind of ridiculous. Because you get a brief summary of each Avatar's life as you watch the series, both
Mhm.
of them, and it's kind of like, meh. I don't really want to see Avatar Roku's life. I don't want to see.
Well, I would.
Um,
You wouldn't. It wouldn't be an Avatar that they mentioned. So they probably
Yeah.
a series for Wan after where it left. Well, they kind of spoiled what happened with Wan, but
Yeah.
I would have liked to see that, and probably before that airbending Avatar. We don't know any other.
Yeah, the one
There's
that
a-
he consults.
Yeah, there's a gap. That's the last Avatar that we know from Wan to them. That's a huge gap. And we don't really know anything about her. The only Avatar we do know something about, like the farthest Avatar back, is the waterbending Avatar.
We know about Kyoshi, Roku,
And Kirk,
and Kuruk, which is the
Water Tribe.
water one, which is interesting. I don't want to.
His-
I know
yeah.
their stories. I don't want to see their stories. I mean, throw it in a comic book and I'll be fine. Okay, but I don't want to see it in a series because I've already seen it.
What do you?
If they go forward, I want to see progress. I want to see the future. What Korra helped build. I want to see more the steampunk revolutionizing into current civilization, not stuck in steampunk. But if they go back, I want it to go far enough back where there is no impending, war. There's just one Avatar with a mundane life, and he just crazy shit happens all of a sudden, and watch that adventure if
Did
they go
you-
backwards.
Did you read? There was a comic book for Aang that had. So there's a bunch of theories that there's more than 4 elements. That-
Okay, well, I mean, what? I guess everything gets split up into separate.
No,
Like
that
if
there's dozens.
Metal bending is Earth.
Like there's dozens of elements that we have. There's dozens of bending that we haven't seen. Like in the comic books, there's a shadow bender, which she was pretty cool.
Yeah, but that would be like, what would that be? Now that would be a firebender almost.
So the whole theory is in
Go ahead.
the beginnings when Juan is talking to the raccoon sort of ferret spirit.
Yeah.
He says there's other lion turtles, and then then the ferret says there's dozens. So they think each lion turtle has its specific element. We've seen 5 lion turtles. We've seen
Yeah, you saw the
4
spirit.
elements, and then the energy,
Yeah, the
bending one.
spirit bender.
and then the one where Juan gets the 4 elements. So there was a really cool fan animation. I tried to find it, but I couldn't. Of someone light bending. Like
That
sort of
would
just
be
focusing light into a laser and shooting it, and it was like really, really really intense. And then there was sound where it's based, which was pretty cool. Like just imagine airbending but with sound. That's pretty much what that was.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen. So somebody asks how to get big on YouTube. Perseverance and a hell of a lot of patience. Constantly putting up videos, having interesting topics, having something to talk about all the time. Just be yourself, but also attract people.
No, this is what you want to do. You wanna go to a website called www.minecraft.net. You wanna buy yourself a copy of Minecraft. Then you wanna channel the under 12-year-old and get super excited. Down 2 Red Bulls before every video, and just what's up, guys? We're gonna play some Minecraft
No. Hold on.
today.
I have one word that'll make you famous on YouTube, and all you got to do is repeat it every video at least 15 times. Ready? PewDiePie.
Or you talk shit about other YouTubers and just try to get big that way.
Yep, and then you'll be known as Killer's.
How many 500,000
star
subscribers channels has he had in the past year?
I don't get it. he is like the bane of humanity. He is not the bane of humanity, but I mean,
He's
worthless. But good luck to him in his life. You know.
He's got that Fortress Crest money.
Yeah, right. Just you got to keep working at it, and when it comes down to it, you have to keep working at it. Like my channel, I know it's pretty much right now because I haven't posted shit in a while, and I'm gonna start posting more and more. I just need time to sit down and record. Am I supposed to test this out? So we're working on my green screen stuff because I like playing with my green screen on Twitch. And the idea is I'm going to make a mask to make myself invisible, almost.
Ooh.
Except for my beard.
What is it?
That's T, now leave it be. So that way, whenever you look...
Down.
Huh? Whenever you see me, all you'll see is the glasses. Maybe some of my forehead and my beard. So...
Oh, so you beat The Witcher. How many hours would you say you put into The Witcher? I guess you could check.
Well, it's like this. I still have...
No, not. I was talking to your father.
I still have, if you can barely hear me, it's okay. I'm sorry about that. I still have a lot of Skellig to explore in The Witcher 3. So I'm thinking, as of right now, I have 100, and I'm waiting for GOG Galaxy to boot up. I feel so weird in this. It'll
That's
look
what
cool.
You wanted.
I know. It'll look cool once it's finished, but...
And then the other piece is going to come up.
That's about... It'll look completely ridiculous.
Yeah, see, I can't do anything about the nose.
That's okay.
I have to keep the nose up.
Yeah. As of right now,
It's gonna have elastic
yeah.
around the bottom.
Okay.
I can't tighten up that nose anymore.
That's okay. I'll work. We'll figure it out. As of right now, I have 131 hours and 41 minutes. I still have about 6 missions that I haven't done from the free DLC, and I have a quarter of Skellig I still need to explore.
Okay, so Fallout 4. Have you heard that I'm trying to find the source, but it's a credible source that there will be 450 hours plus of gameplay.
That's because of the whole building system and everything. That's what they got to be including, unless this game is going to be ridiculously huge.
I think it is going to be huge because I'm pretty sure, like Boston, the Massachusetts, like I think it's not just Boston. I think you have all of Massachusetts to go through.
If they put all in Mass, I can see 400 hours. But if it's just Boston, maybe 200.
Yeah,
if that.
And an interview with Todd Howard said the game's almost finished.
Well, they've been working on it for the last couple of years.
Whenever they probably started. When did Skyrim come out? In 2011.
Well, no, they started working on it right after 3.
Oh,
if I remember correctly. They've been working on it for a while, off and on. They started working on it, and then they stopped for Skyrim for a little bit, and then they picked it back up.
So 2008. So.
Regardless of when an atheist goes to court, do they swear on the Bible? They have to, and if they break that law, that swear, even if it is on the Bible, even if they don't believe in the Bible, they are still held responsible by the law for obstruction of justice.
They don't do the Bible anymore.
And they don't do the Bible anymore.
Yeah, they got rid of that. Yeah, if you lie, doesn't matter if it's the Bible or not. If you lie in court, it's perjury. And
And obstruction of justice.
Yeah.
They'll
Don't
hit
lie in
you.
court.
They'll hit you with obstruction of justice before they hit you with anything else. But yeah, Witcher 3, fantastic game. Oh my god, fantastic! I cannot wait for the DLCs to come out. Excuse me, the expansions. Everybody got so butthurt about that expansion DLC. You said DLC was free. Hey, you know what? I've enjoyed every single bit of the free DLC that they've given out. All of it. They've done a Temerian armor set, a beard and hairstyle, new quest, contract, missing miners, alternative look for Yennefer, a Nilfgaardian armor set, alternative look for Triss, Fool's Gold, which is a new quest, Ballads and Hero neutral Gwent card set. It's a completely new Gwent deck. Scavenger Hunt Wolf School gear. You get the gear, his armor for the school he's from originally, and it's the best armor in the game. Contract Skellig's Most Wanted Skellig armor set. Where the Cat and Wolf Play, an elite crossbow set. You get all that stuff for free.
Right.
And as of right now, there are 3 more coming out soon. Which is awesome. Because CD Projekt Red didn't have to do that.
Oh, I have something funny about video games.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so you want to talk about Frankie 1080p on PC?
I have no clue who he is.
Really?
Yep.
He makes really good videos. Might be a hacker, but he makes
Let's
good
see.
videos.
On PC in 1080p. Okay.
So here, the caption for this was game dev story isn't very realistic.
Ship an incomplete game. That's funny. Yep. I'll have to sit down and watch some of his videos. I'll hit the subscrizzle button. Hey, Pixel Tree. Okay. So what is it? What do the people like about Frankie on 1080p, on PC on 1080p?
He has very high quality videos. So he didn't really think far ahead when he made his YouTube name 1080p. It was sort of short-sighted, but he was sort of the first people to get 1080p 60 FPS on YouTube. First people, he as soon as 4K became available, he switched to 4K.
Okay.
And his videos are just entertaining. He makes mainly survival games with an occasional Counter-Strike. And he put up a video of him bunny hopping in a game of Counter-Strike, which you can't do. It's not the way he was doing it, and with the ease he was doing it, you can't do it. And he made a video admitting that he didn't say hacking, but he sort of admitted that he was doing something he shouldn't have been doing. But he did it in a private match by himself. No one else was in the game. It was just by himself. And and everyone's really upset about this. And so a pro pro Counter-Strike player, CS Boxer, is a really good player, and he makes videos where he just sort of, when people are accused of cheating, he downloads the video, he downloads some of the gameplay of them playing, and he analyzes it to see if they're cheating or not. And so people said Frankie was cheating, so he analyzed his gameplay and came across that he was cheating. Made the conclusion that Frankie was cheating, which he was cheating.
I don't get it. I seriously have no clue why it was cheating to bunny hop.
It's cheating to bunny hop because you can't do it in the game. So
where's the video?
Here, I'll find the video. So
find me the video.
Yeah, and CS, when you jump, your knees buckle, which make you pause for a second. But when he was bunny hopping, he's sort of skating across the sky.
Ah.
So basically, the script made it so that his knees don't buckle and he can just keep going.
Did he admit to it?
He did admit that he was doing
running
something.
Okay.
Yeah, he was running something.
Well, see, then what's the big hubbub about it?
This is the problem. So CS Boxer put up the video showing that he was hacking. Here's the There's a video with it.
Okay.
The video that he was hacking, and then Frankie took down the video from for a copyright strike, basically censoring someone saying he was hacking. And he only admitted to hacking after he was accused of it. So you see him start to jump.
Wait a minute. He's in a private match.
Mm-hmm.
He's not in any competition at all. And he's just showing off a script he made so that way he can hop around.
This is the video he put up after he was called out. He did this in a game, in a public match, in a ranked match.
Oh, he did it in a ranked match.
He did it in a ranked match, and that's what they were analyzing for the Boxer video.
Oh.
So Boxer makes this video. It goes huge, gets tons of views, and because he's a professional CS player and he does this all the time, so he has a lot of people watching his stuff. Frankie filed a copyright strike and got the video taken down, and that's what people are mad about.
Because he got the analytic video taken down?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is, people saw it as you're censoring people who are disagreeing with you, or you do something wrong and so you censor them. And he didn't have a right to take it down because it's fair use. Total Biscuit made a long video explaining the laws for fair use.
We can always appreciate Total Biscuit to sit down and
Total Biscuit was a lawyer
and lay it out.
was a lawyer before he was a YouTuber, but his knowledge of just American law blows me away.
No, because a lot of law in America is a lot of law around the world. I mean, there's all obvious differences in other countries. Okay, don't say, but a lot of the laws are similar here and there, and all it is just picking up a book and reading.
So yeah, basically, for people and then there was before he sort of silenced a few months ago. He silenced people accusing him of hacking in DayZ.
Okay.
Which basically, it was just sort of an aimbot. He would aim. He would make these ridiculous shots across the map in DayZ.
Okay.
And people were like, "Oh, he's just a really good player." And then it came out that he was actually hacking. That he was just shooting in their area, and no matter what, the bullet was going to hit him in the head. He was just sort of acting like he's a skilled player, but no matter what, the bullet was going to... He could have aimed behind him. He could have turned around and shot the other way, and it would have hit him in the head. The bullet would have matrixed and curved.
I just don't even... That's... Okay, yeah, that's a little ridiculous. Well, okay, on sub. No thanks. I don't want the... That's a little bit too much drama for my taste. That's why I like Twitch better.
People
Twitch is so
Twitch.
much better.
Dude, CS pros have the biggest balls I've ever seen. They will stream themselves hacking.
Really?
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They can stream themselves hacking.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Yeah.
Not even gonna lie. I don't care who you are.
About why Batman sucks.
Okay, so listen, I played Batman. PC port is atrocious. I have much to say about this. Hold on. And it is not the company that was hired to make the port in 8 weeks. It's not their fault that this PC port sucked. No. No, it isn't. They were not given ample time to make a PC port, and it is on Rocksteady and Warner Brothers' shoulders that it sucked, because they should have product tested their product.
Nope, it is their fault.
No, it is not the.
Let me tell you why.
No,
Frank,
I don't agree with.
I mean, Kelly, I hire you to build me a deck. I say I need that deck built in 3 hours, and the deck takes 2 days to build. Why would you take that job? Why would you accept that? Did you think you could build it in 3 hours when it takes 2 days?
Because it was probably thrown at them. Here's some money. Make the port. Now it falls right back to it was Warner Brother and Rocksteady's fault that port sucked. They should have tested it. They should have made sure it passed the status quo, and it didn't. That is on them, and they need to fix it, and they need to make it up to everybody who bought a piece of that crap PC port. Now I got lucky. Mine actually ran. I had to make 2 changes in the ini file, and it ran relatively well. I've seen some shitty pre-alpha games that run better than it, but it actually, I can play it. But I'm waiting until all of my features are in it. That's not on that's not on that group. They should be responsible for some of it, but that's on Rocksteady and Warner Brother. That was
Yeah,
their product.
it's all three
They
of their
should have
fault.
made sure it worked right. That was their wrongdoing.
It was all three of their fault.
It was
Iron
more.
Galaxy,
It
Iron
was
Galaxy should
more.
have never took it. Warner Brothers
It
should
was
have given them more time.
Warner Brother and Rocksteady's fault. They knew that they needed a PC port, so as soon as they had the majority of that game done, they should have had somebody working on a PC port, or they should have made the PC port themselves. Because every single one of these freaking games, guess what? It's built on a PC. All you got to do is change some code. That is piss poor on them, and they should be ashamed of themselves. And honestly, they should refund the fucking season pass for everybody and let them keep it.
You're not going to get that.
I know.
That's not going to happen.
I can dream.
All right, so this is why. All right, you talked about why the PC port sucked. Let's talk about why the game sucks. The Batmobile.
Okay.
They force you into that thing way too much, and it's boring as hell. Combat in the Batmobile, oh my god, I could fall asleep. The puzzles are boring. Like I could see why. I can understand. It's cool that they added puzzles. That's cool that they did that. Oh my god, they're so boring. This is the Batmobile combat is it sucks. It really sucks.
See, I actually like the Batmobile. And I do agree. Hold on. I do agree that they do force it onto you. Like, oh, well, if you want to advance in the storyline, you have no choice but to use the Batmobile. And that sucks. But at the same time, it was fun just kind of skittering around in 3D on that thing.
It was fun for like the first 5 minutes, and then you realize all the combat is you shoot, you dodge,
you dodge, you aim, shoot, you dodge, aim. There's no variety to it. I know. And honestly, if you look at the combat in all the Batman Arkham cities, all it is button mashing, well-timed button mashing, and well-timed Y. Basically, if you're using a controller, X, 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 oh, somebody's about to attack me, Y. X, 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 Y. X, 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 Y. Okay? But that's the type of combat it is. That's what we expect out of these games. But they make it look cool. And honestly, in Arkham Knight, it looks cooler than any of the other ones. It flows better. It flows tremendously better than Origins. It sucked in Origins. Oh my god. That company just shat on Origins. And it looks smoother in Arkham Knight than it did on the other games, which is nice. Plus, you can now pick up weapons and use them, which is something Batman would do. If he grabbed a baseball bat from you, he'd smack you with it and then throw it away.
Except for when you're in your Batmobile going 100 miles an hour and you slam right into somebody, they get electrocuted and then they walk off. Oh my god, Batman, you're crazy! What?
I know.
I hit you 100 miles an hour. You are dead.
Or my favorite is you just laid out an entire group of thugs, and then you run over them with your Batmobile, and their bodies just disappear.
Have you seen all the Easter eggs that this is the last Batman game and they're moving on to Superman?
I hope they don't.
I think there's not been one good Superman game.
No, there hasn't, because you can't give Superman a life bar.
Huh?
You can't give Superman a life bar.
Yeah, you can.
No, you can't.
You could have you would have, they would just be magic. They would all be, they would just have the guy would have an army of magic users, or an army of Kryptonians. They could do Zod. Or they could do a bunch of people using magic.
Yeah, and then Superman will do the smartest thing he ever does. Hey, Billy, you got 10 minutes? And in comes Billy Baston, calls down the thunder, becomes Shazam, or actually Captain Marvel, excuse me, and wipes the floor with all of them.
Well, they can't do that because Rocksteady won't have the rights to Shazam. You just limit the rights. You just don't give them the rights, and they can't do that.
Oh, that reminds me. Marvel, man, they're changing their universe to suit the movie universe. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. The hold on a second. What's up? Hi. Okay.
Kelly's about to key his wife.
So
He's
I don't
about to key her.
Give me some more
on the
of the
knuckles.
tea.
Put on the chain. He's about to punch her right in the face.
Give me something to snack on.
He's gonna pop her right in the mouth.
Okay.
Look, he's
Mhm.
don't do it. Watch out, he's gonna hit you. He's gonna hit you. Look at that chain. He's gonna hit her.
I love you.
I love you too, babe.
Daddy, Dad.
Oh,
Taking the chicken.
fine. Anyways, so yeah, Marvel is changing their comic book universe to match the movie universe, so that way it doesn't confuse non-comic book reading viewers and help to drag them in. So it's like Pietro and Wanda, Magneto's kids
Mhm.
are no longer Magneto's kids. As a matter of fact, they were experimented on. If you've watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they'll talk about the twins were being experimented on.
Yeah.
That's them.
Yeah, because they were the twins that were in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
but they're Magneto's children.
Yeah. All right, so this is why.
But they're not Magneto's children in Age of Ultron. The reason why is because
Fox.
Fox owns the right to X-Men, and Marvel Movies has the right to everything else.
Mhm.
So all the mutants are owned by Fox, and Fox won't cave and help, give them the rights or, share the rights like Sony did. Thank God Sony did that so we can have Spider-Man. So what they did is they've changed it to where mutants no longer exist on Earth. They're a completely different world now.
What do you think about the new Spider-Man?
I think we now have two actors that are no longer Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, I believe his name is.
Yeah, apparently they chose the new guy because
He was
he was
younger.
in.
They're going for an Ultimate Spider-Man.
No, they chose this one actor because he was in some indie film and apparently he did like an amazing job. Like they were blown away by his performance.
That's cool. Just as long as he plays a good teenager Peter Parker, I am all about it.
Mhm.
My concern
they-
with this whole thing, and this is going to sound horrible when I say, actually, screw it, I'm not going to say that. My concern with this whole thing is they were going to make Peter Parker black, and I know that sounds like horribly
If they were
racist when
gonna
I say
do
that.
a black Spider-Man, they would have just did Miles Morales.
Miles Morales, exactly. But there was talk about making Peter Parker black, and I'm like, no, don't mess with Stan Lee, because that's who Peter Parker is. If there's one person Stan Lee could be, he would be Peter. That was his baby, his child. And it's like, no. If you're going to do a black Spider-Man, do Miles Morales. Because I would rather much see Miles in a movie than a black Peter Parker.
Here, you want to talk about Unreal Engine 4?
I don't know much about it.
We have some screenshots of the tech demo that was.
Is that seriously it?
Yeah, that's a running game.
Holy shit.
That's a running game on a Titan X.
That is straight up fucking legit. I'm not even gonna lie, that is beautiful. I'm gonna put that in the description so people can look at it. What was that? That's Unreal 4?
Yeah.
Did you see the Mario?
Yeah, I did.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think he would work well on Unreal Engine 4. Or on any of the Unreal engines at all.
I don't think Nintendo even knows how to start. Wouldn't even know where to begin with that.
I don't think they should. Enjoy the cartoony feeling of Mario. That's what we love about it. We don't want a realistic Mario.
Imagine a realistic Mario Galaxy.
No, thank you. I will pass.
I will take it. You can pass, but I'll take it.
I wouldn't. I'd pass.
Okay, people are idiots. I'm looking at this thing where people are saying Fallout 4 looks just like Fallout 3 graphics-wise, and I'm looking at these side-by-side comparisons. They look nothing alike.
What are you talking about?
So people are mad at Fallout 4's graphics. They think it looks just like Fallout 3's graphics.
No, it doesn't. It looks
doesn't.
10 times better.
It does look worse than my new I just got New Vegas fully modded now, and it looks beautiful. And it does look worse than my modded New Vegas.
Say that again?
So I just got Fallout New Vegas modded, like graphically modded, and
Yeah.
it took a really long time to get these really good settings, but I finally have awesome settings, and now it does look better than Fallout 4.
No, that's because you've had somebody's been working on it for so long that they, been pitching here, pitching there. I mean, there are a lot of graphical updates. But you know what? To the people who are bitching about Fallout 4's graphics, the games weren't pretty in the first place, and they were always kind of a little cartoonish. Anyways, stop bitching. Shut up and enjoy the game. Give it about 6 months, and on PC, some skinny nerd in Uzbekistan or whatever is gonna have a graphical upgrade for it. Anyways, enjoy the game.
Yeah, so they said the creation kit for Fallout 4 will come out in sometime in January,
Really?
and then mods for Xbox One would be midsummer, and then PS4 later that year.
How do you feel about the mods going to console?
It's not going to work.
No,
It's not
I
going
don't
to
think
work
so
well
either.
at all. The
There's
Xbox One can barely run Fallout 4. No, it's not going to work. And especially since these mods aren't well optimized, you need the extra power of a PC to run the mods.
Yeah, because they put a horrible drag on your system. Horrible drag on your system.
Mm-hmm.
So, what have you been playing lately?
I've been playing a lot of H1Z1,
Okay.
Advanced Warfare,
Well, I'm sorry, I just threw up a little bit.
New Vegas, StarCraft, the beta for Legacy of the Void, and
Okay.
a little bit of WoW.
Mm,
Okay, hold on. Let me go on a little rant real quick. All the people mad about... All right, there is no way that 6.2 is the last patch for WoW. There is no way that they're going to give us no new content until next year, next November. There's no way there's going to be over a year dry spell. There's going to be a 6.3 or 6.2.3. They didn't even wrap up the story for Draenor yet. So people are mad because they think that it's over. Like there's no more content for WoW until next year when the new expansion comes out. But they didn't even wrap up the story yet.
okay.
They just think because the main boss of the expansion, because in the last raid we killed him, well, the current raid we killed him, they think that
Okay.
it's over. But they haven't wrapped up the expansion yet, so there's going to be more content. But if anybody hasn't played Warlords of Draenor is the best expansion since vanilla. There's so much content, and it is the new graphical update. It's an amazing expansion. And there's a lot of rumors for what they're going to show at BlizzCon. Apparently, it's going to be 2 new classes and 2 new races.
Okay.
Because it's sort of WoW with Mist of Pandaria dropped down to 7 million subscribers. Warlords of Draenor comes out. It went up to 10, and right now they're at 9. So they're like having the best success they've had since Wrath of the Lich King.
It's like, oh my god, we lost 3 million subscribers. We only have 7 million. Oh dear God, we're gonna have to lay off the entire crew.
Yeah, and so
Annoying Blizzard.
everyone thinks that there's been a lot of leaks, and everyone thinks that since they're at 9 million, holding 9 million with Draenor, that if they come in strong, like with like one of the best expansions with 2 new classes, 2 new races, people will jump in like headboard, and they can get back up to the 12 million they were at.
I still won't spend money on WoW.
Dude, what? If you like Blizzard games, WoW is the game funding them.
I know. It's the only game that's keeping the company in business because they took 12 years to freaking do StarCraft.
Oh, it's WoW and Hearthstone that's funding the rest.
Yeah, exactly.
The rest of the company. Overwatch is getting paid from that Hearthstone money. StarCraft and Diablo. StarCraft's not that profitable. It's not profitable. It's like it's not worth making.
No, they took too long to get it out there. If they would have had it out there, well, let's see. Okay, I'm glad they took this long to give the everything time to advance, so we get a wonderful game. But they took too long to make the damn things. Everybody was like, "Yay, StarCraft!" And then it came out, and we're all like, "Yay, StarCraft 2!" And then we get the first expansion, and we're like, "Yay, first expansion, Wings of Liberty, woo!" And then the next one is what is that?
Wings of Liberty was StarCraft 2. It wasn't an expansion. It was StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty.
Man, do I feel like a yutz. Then what was the first expansion? It
Heart of
was
the Swarm.
Heart of the Swarm. There we go. Heart of the Swarm
And then the last expansion coming out
Yay.
probably
is Into the
early next
Void or
year.
something like that.
Legacy of the Void.
Legacy of the Void. There we go. Yeah, and the problem is the hype died down. Everybody who used to play StarCraft grew old.
I guess.
Think about it. If I started playing StarCraft when I was 13, the first one, StarCraft, okay, I would have be let's see, 20, 25 at that point. But I didn't. I started playing StarCraft when I was a lot younger.
People, a lot of the
A
people
lot younger.
when StarCraft when Wings of Liberty came out, there was a lot of people new to StarCraft that were like, I started playing it and I was, I guess, 8th grade, so 13. And there's a lot of people like me who got in it for the first time, loved the game, and kept playing it. It still has, like, when you go on, there's still it still hovers around 70 to 80,000 people at all times. And that's just North America. Like, I can't, like, they only let you see your region. They don't let you see the others.
That's because Korea has that on lockdown, anyways.
No, it doesn't.
No, don't worry, it will.
It's in Korea. League of Legends took over. Like StarCraft.
Oh, that's right, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, StarCraft got kicked off of all of the TV channels and was replaced with League of Legends. So StarCraft 2 didn't do well in Korea because it wasn't. So the reason why StarCraft 1 did well is because it was free in Korea.
Really?
Yeah, it was free, and StarCraft 2 wasn't. So there, like, no one upgraded, and it was like a few months before Heart of the Swarm came out. That's when all the pro players in Korea switched from StarCraft 1. They switched from StarCraft 1 2 years after Wings of Liberty came out. They were still playing StarCraft 1 when StarCraft 2 came out.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of people who are still playing it.
There was 3 TV channels that that showed StarCraft matches. Only one of them was dedicated solely to StarCraft, to esports, and 2 of those shut down. And now there's just the one, and it's mainly League of Legends.
League of Legends.
It's sort of, and another thing that hurts Korea with esports is they have a limited career. They're on a timer as soon as they turn 18. Because when they turn 30, they have to join the military.
Oh yeah.
But it's not that bad because the Air Force. So all the pro players, they go into the Air Force because the Air Force has a pro team that competes in OSL. So that's what they all go to.
Huh.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I did not know that.
And like another thing is it's not really socially acceptable. It's like people act like it's socially acceptable to be a pro player. It's not. No one there's a documentary and the parents do not want their kids being a pro gamer.
No.
I watched this one where the parent literally looked at his son and was like, "All those pro players, they're smart. You're not that smart. You can't do this." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
Damn.
Christ.
Yeah, they talk about that in free to play. If you ever watch it on Steam, free to play,
yeah,
they talk about that. One of the guys threw away his entire life to become one, and he apparently is he's doing fine now, but he threw away a lot to get to where he was.
There's I forgot what I was gonna say.
I played. You know what? I have no clue. I started playing some Borderlands. Humble Bundle did a Borderlands bundle.
Tell me when you're gonna play Borderlands 2. I'll play through that with you.
Did you not pick up the Borderlands bundle?
I have all the Borderlands.
1 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
All the DLC?
Yep.
Cool. I also have pre-sequel now.
I don't have pre-sequel.
They gave you a coupon for 75% off, and then I had a standing 10% off coupon for the Humble Bundle. So I paid like $12 for it.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And now I have to figure out a way to get the
Steam support sucks.
Yeah, Steam support's horrible. So I started playing Borderlands, and I've been playing. I played some Dark Souls the other day, and I just kind of raged quit after about 5 minutes. Because I was like, just, bruh, damn you! Why won't you just die? Can't cast spells, can't do this, can't do that. Rage, nerd rage, yell, throw things. And then I just said, you know what? I'm done. I was like, I don't think I can put up with this right now. Then, what the hell?
Oh my god. I just saw this article, and the person's mad that Jake Gyllenhaal wasn't the new Spider-Man. What the
He's
heck?
too old.
What? That's such a weird pick.
Wow. Then I started playing Tales from the Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
That is actually really good.
Yeah. That's what people say.
I am surprised. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it very much, but I laughing my butt off majority of the time. I mean, the complete silliness of it. It looks like a Telltale game, but it has the insane antics of a Borderlands game. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Telltale.
Telltale games are awesome. I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people. The problem with Telltale games and people nowadays is everybody wants COD. Everybody wants a fast pace. Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying here. A fast pace, no storyline. I just want to see this action, go game. And that's a lot of people. I've encountered a lot of people that are like that. Okay, and now, don't get me wrong. On the other side, there are a lot of people that love those type of games. But Telltale games are story-driven games. You play them to watch a story. You're going to get some action, but all those actions are going to be quick time events. You know, push to the left, push to the right, push up, push down, hit, tap B, tap A, move around here, pick this up, scan this, look at that. And that's awesome. You know, I love those type of games.
This is why Telltale games are decent. The Walking Dead.
It was amazing.
The first season.
The second season was even better. Oh god, the second season, the end of it, depending on what ended, I got the Kenny ending where we went to the thing, and I sent spoiler alert, and I sent Clementine and the baby into the town.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna do it, man. I can't cry right now because you just sitting there watching Kenny watch them walk away just crushed your soul.
Yeah, I knew that. I haven't finished season 2 yet. Just started it, and I already knew that happened.
Okay.
I watched DJ Wheat's video.
Well, there's several different endings to it. You can have there's something like 16 different variations. I don't know. Let's look it up. The Walking Dead season. I can't wait for season 3. 2 endings. Let's see. Endings. There's an absurd amount of endings because you can slight variations in how everything goes. Let's see. There is Jane endings, which it looks like there's 2 of them. There's Kenny endings. There's 2 of them. There's a Clementine ending. Looks like there's 1 of them there. 7 different endings. So you can have 7 different versions of the ending. And I think I got the one I wanted. Where Clementine and the baby are safe. So we think.
Yeah, so...
Okay, keep going. It's okay.
So what people... this is why... Problem with Telltale. So the Walking Dead's good. Great game. Tales from Borderlands, great game. Game of Thrones, it's meh. It's alright. It's meh. It's decent, but it's not great. The Wolf Among Us is decent, but not great. Actually, The Wolf Among Us is not that good. It's kind of boring. The story is, not the gameplay. And then, I guess we'll see what's going to happen with Minecraft Story Mode.
Well, there's also Back to the Future, too.
That's not. It should show 90% of your video.
Well, it's tucked under. They did it a little bit tighter on the neck. Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of choking. And what do you think? Looks crazy without the effects on it, doesn't it?
Yeah, you look like a maniac.
Oh, I can't turn on the effect right now. Yep. So, but yeah, they did. Telltale did Back to the Future. They've done several games, and the Back to the Future ones are actually really cool too. If you haven't had a chance to play those either. Let's see, full list of Telltale games. The thing with Walking Dead that made those games amazing was just how everything played out. And then the end of season 1, you were like a blithering idiot when you chose Lee's fate. You know, you didn't know what to do. You know, and you didn't want to leave him sitting there to turn into a zombie. So let's see. They did Sam and Max games. They did a bunch of like CSI, Tales of Monkey Island, which is episodical. Wallace and Gromit, Strong Bad's Cool Game of Attractive People. Minecraft Story. Walking Dead Season 3 apparently has been announced. 2016. Game of Thrones, Tales of Borderland, which is quarterly. That sucks. Season 2. 3 episodes, Michonne. Oh, wow. Apparently, sometime this year, Walking Dead Season 2 is going to get a DLC.
Oh.
I'm looking at the list of stuff, and it's supposed to follow Michonne.
That's cool.
Yeah. The Wolf Among Us, I need to play still.
It's decent. It's all right.
They did a Jurassic Park game. Back to the Future. So, I mean, they've done a lot of games, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with more Telltale games, because I think it's going to become a thing, you know? Like, people are going to show up. Big games are going to start coming out. Like, we're going to see a Minecraft Telltale game. We're going to see, you know, we got the Game of Thrones Telltale games. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually we saw Avengers. Or a Batman Telltale. Which that would be actually pretty interesting. Would you play a Batman Telltale?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't really care that much about Batman's story, and I would have played Batman for the action, and I'm not going to get that from a Telltale's game.
Okay. What kind of Telltale game would you play? And anybody, leave it in the comment section. What kind of Telltale game would you play?
I'd actually play a Legend of Korra Telltale game.
Oh, so you play an Avatar one.
I would take that. I would gobble that up.
Okay. Okay.
If they were like, we need a Kickstarter, I might rob a bank to fund that Kickstarter to fully fund it.
Speaking of Kickstarters, did we talk about E3 and all that stuff?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, Shenmue 3.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's talk about Jurassic World.
We talked about that.
Did we?
Last week. Last time we played. Last time we had the Sub Sunday.
I hadn't watched it by then.
Go.
Or had I?
I think you had, because we talked about it with whoever the guest was. The two people who had
why is it on the list?
What do you mean, why is it on the list?
It's on the topic list.
Oh, because we already talked about it before the hand, but the director.
Oh, the director. That's right.
Yeah, that's why I put it.
You're confusing me, man. Why are you not deleting stuff? So what do you think about? Let's go ahead and get the gaming stuff out of the way. What do you think of Black Ops 3?
Oh, I think it's great. I can't wait to play it next month. Next month we get to play it, Kelly.
Cool.
Are you telling me you're not going to play it next month?
Does it come out next month?
The beta starts next month.
I don't have access to the beta.
It's open to everyone.
Okay. Is it going to have zombies?
I doubt the beta will have the zombies.
Okay, then I don't care.
I'm kicking you from the call.
It's the same thing, the multiplayer. It's multiplayer. The only difference is they're going to have less jumping around like an idiot. No, never mind. I take that back because regardless of what game it is, there's always going to be that one idiot who thinks it's Halo and jumps around and drop shots me and, tries to be a YOLO Swaggins and does, 360 no scopes. So what do I expect out of new multiplayer? Nothing. It's going to be multiplayer. What do I want out of zombies? I want fucking zombies. I want an awesome storyline like I've gotten out of all the other zombies games.
People say Call of Duty never changes. I'm glad it doesn't change because I like Call of Duty. If Modern Warfare 2, if they just never made it into Call of Duty after Modern Warfare 2 and just every few months released map packs, I would be fine. I would be fine. It would be 100% fine to me.
So what? You want to pay $15 every couple months for more map packs?
Yeah, that's what I would.
Just get them on PC, dude, because we got enough modders out there that have supported COD 4 and World at War way past its lifespan.
Yeah, but those games are dead, and
not on
the maps
PC.
aren't that great. Yeah, on PC.
The PC community on those
yeah,
are
on Modern Warfare.
solid.
I went on the other day, and all of the maps running modded maps. There's no one there.
Oh, on Modern Warfare 2.
On Modern Warfare 1.
Oh, see, every time I log on, I see a good chunk of people on.
Yeah, playing the game, not playing the modded servers.
They have a solid modding community in World at War, and most of it's for zombies, which is what I love.
Yeah, I'm excited for the multiplayer.
I'm not. It's gonna be Call of Duty.
Yeah, you don't like Call of Duty?
It doesn't matter. When it comes down to it, it's just the same FPS that I've been playing for the last 10 years.
Yes.
And I mean, it's whatever. Here, let me get the next one. I'll find a good deal for it on PC. Okay, because I'm not going to pay full price for it. If the zombie maps are worth it, I'll buy the season pass. As a matter of fact, they should offer a separate season pass for zombie map packs.
What do you mean? So you would only get zombies?
Yeah, I only want zombies.
They're not going to do that.
They need to. Whether they're not going to do or not, they just need to.
What other games looked cool at E3?
I can't even remember anymore.
We can talk about Dean Hall and his dumbass.
Oh, why?
Okay, so if you don't know, Dean Hall is the one who abandoned DayZ.
Oh, yeah, I know. He was the guy who created it and then abandoned it.
Okay, let's talk about his stupid sweatpants. His jean sweatpants. Have you seen those things?
No.
He wears them all the time. Every time I've ever seen him, he's wearing those sweatpants that look like jeans. Have you heard him his new game?
No, I heard about it at E3, but it the amount of caring was like, behold, I am a farmer of fucks, and behold that my field is empty.
He went in. He talked about how this is the most useless feature, that Kelly, your character in the game, has a full working body, like an organ system. Why is that? Why is that in the game? How is this is why your game? This is why DayZ runs badly. This game's going to run awful. Why do I need a full working circulatory respiratory system? Why is that? How is that useful?
I don't know.
This is why DayZ. This is why people look. This is why you go into a DayZ stream. Everybody's looking at the sky while they run, so they don't drop down to 13 FPS.
I know. I was me and Jordy were playing Dead Space 3 the other day, and we both stopped because it had been a while since we played it, and we had upgraded our graphics cards since we had played it together, and we tweaked some of the settings, and we were both standing there. We're looking up at the sky at Tal Volantis, and we're like, "Damn, this looks good." Because I mean, just the details and everything that was going on in this game looked amazing for a game from 2013.
Yeah.
And I don't get it. I don't get how DayZ can suck this bad.
So you want to hear what's funny is H1Z1 launched in a better condition than DayZ, and they've gotten weekly updates that are actually useful, that actually make the game better. They're not adding food. They're adding actual update. They've improved the graphics. When they improve the graphics, they improve the performance. It didn't go the opposite way like DayZ.
That's just ridiculous. So about a week ago, I went to go. No, it was last weekend. I went and picked my kids up from my sister's house because they've been at my sister's house for the last 3 weeks. And they were like, okay, we're going to stay, and then we're going to go to Whitewater. Whitewater's a water park around there. I hadn't been there since I was like 12 or 13 or something ridiculous like that. It had been a very, very long time since I had been there. And my physical size had changed since I'd been there. So we went on this one ride called the Toilet Bowl. And the idea is you get on a float with 3 other people, and you go down, and it drops you down in the hole, and then you spin around like this, and then it drops you into another hole, resembles like the bottom of a toilet bowl, and then you dump out into a pool. Well, I was sitting on the back, and when you put the most weight on the back of something, you get some amazing speed. So we ended up just hauling ass around this thing because of my extra weight on it, and I'm holding on to dear life because I don't fit in the floaty right. And we pop out and we go. So we go into the next one called the Tornado, and what it is it comes around like this. You get into the raft, it goes around like this, and then it just drops you right into a huge funnel shape on its side, and then you go up and down. Up, down. So we went up on the first swing, right here, came down, up on the second one. I lost my grip, and my ass toppled right out of the what is it called? The raft or whatever it is. The float.
It happened to me too.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here holding on to the handle, one hand that I have for dear life, and I am outside of the raft, just being dragged along, and I'm like, oh my god, holy shit, this is fun. Because when I toppled on the second swing, I went up on the third and then came back, and then we got shot out into the pool.
Yeah, I just let go, and I went down and got hit by the people behind me because I was going slower than all the rafts. So I'm going down, sliding down like it's a normal water slide, and then going down, this woman, like this lady, she looked like she was like, I don't know, like 25, just screams, "Look out, kid!" And they run right over top of me.
Damn, that's funny. Then we wandered around for a little bit. We rode this thing called the Dragon's Tail, and it goes like this: boom, boom, boom. 3 drops, right? That first one, I slid down the slide correctly. I kept going. I'd gotten speed by the second one. Second one, I got a little bit of air, and then I hit the thing. I swear on the third drop, I think I just hit the pool. I don't think I ever reconnected back with the damn slide because I just went woof. Got so much speed, it was great. The benefits of being a big guy are great on a water slide. Oh. But sometimes it's scary.
Kelly, I have a question. Do you know what 0 divided by 0 is?
Yes. You have no friends, and you have no pot and no cookies.
Yep.
I love it. Siri, I asked Siri. Cookie Monster is sad because he has no cookies, and you are sad because you have no friends.
I'm like, oh shit, Siri, calm down.
Siri's talking crap to you.
You just I'm thinking about making a video like that. There's a bunch of questions to ask Siri where she'll say crazy shit to you.
Yes.
And I'm thinking about making a video like that.
Well, you obviously, have you asked her to talk dirty to you?
Yes. Oh my god, that is the most funny. I died laughing.
I'm not that kind of personal assistant.
Is that what you got?
Oh, I got a bunch of them.
Oh, because I got mine was like sewage, dirt, mud. I was dying.
Yeah, and she's got like different variations of what she says.
Yeah.
So that is always funny to me. Call her a whore, and she's like.
You ask her for money, and it's like everything I have, you already have.
Oh man!
So fuck Dean Hall and his stupid sweatpants.
Screw Dean Hall in his stupid sweatpants.
I'm probably gonna get his new game. Looks interesting. I didn't see any gameplay. It was just the sort of concept that I don't believe he can deliver on. I don't believe he knows how to make video games. I think it's sort of like, Kelly, I'm gonna make it. This is what he sounds like. This new game, you will put on the headset and you will be sucked into the world and feel like you are actually there. That's sort of the kind of things that's the kind of things he says.
I am so not enticed to play this game at all.
I hope it's a good game.
I don't.
Hope so. Yeah, that's kind of mean. I want to play that game. That game looks cool.
I think he should finish his first game first. Go back and finish DayZ.
Why would he do that? He already has the money. We already gave him the money, Kelly.
That's one game I'm glad I don't own. Because I don't own DayZ on PC.
Oh, and H1Z1. Have you played H1Z1 since?
Oh, yeah. I played it. It's
since
become...
all the recent updates?
Oh, no, I haven't played it since the recent updates, but I've played it. I played it about a month ago.
There's a game that just got funded on Kickstarter, and so they needed $50,000,
okay.
And they ended up at $7 million. So it's good, and
that's
it's
awesome.
going to be so pretty much what they've had. They just needed money to finish it. It's an Unreal 4 game, and the Battle Royale mode and H1Z1. That's what it is. It runs on Unreal 4, and right now they have 4 maps.
Isn't it called like All-in-One or something like that?
No, this one was literally just called Battle Royale.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad they got the funding for that. Because you know what? As much as the survival aspect of H1Z1 is fun, Battle Royale is where it's at.
Yeah. So the maps are like the normal H1Z1 map where it's like the forest, towns, and cities. So they have that. They have a tropical map where you're on an island.
Okay.
A tundra, like a winter tundra map.
Okay.
A city map, like I think it's just a generic city. I don't think it's like New York or anything. And then a map where you're on an island, but there's 4 volcanoes in each corner, and you're fighting down in the middle, and that's where the battle royale happens. And I think it's 10 minutes in, all the volcanoes erupt. All the volcanoes erupt, and the lava is like the smoke in battle royale that forces people to go towards the middle of the map. And then you could get killed by like the meteor, like the rocks that fall down.
Yeah.
And it's not smoke for all the maps. Like the tropical maps, it's high tide, like a ridiculous high tide.
Yeah, it pushes everybody inland.
And yeah, the tundra, it's a snowstorm that sort of forms a circle, and you just sort of have to operate in the eye of the storm.
Fascinating.
Yeah, they have really cool ideas.
That is pretty cool. All right. So I've also been playing this game called Red Solstice, and it's a lot like the old Warcraft 3. Squad-based RTS, where I have 4 guys and I have to move them around the map and have them complete objectives. I'm actually kind of excited to do a review and stream this one. I've been having fun playing it. I have to wait for the NDA, not the NDA, yeah, more or less the NDA, non-disclosure agreement, to be lifted, so that way I can stream it and play it.
Speaking of Warcraft 3, BlizzCon is in November, and this is the lineup that they think we're going to see at Warcraft at BlizzCon. So obviously the new WoW expansion.
Okay.
New Diablo expansion.
Uh-huh.
A cinematic for our Legacy of the Void and a release date.
Okay.
Overwatch should be playable. Overwatch should be in beta by then, so we'll probably get a release date for Overwatch. And then Warcraft 4 announcement.
Okay.
Because apparently they split the StarCraft 2 team right after Legacy of the Void came out. And they said, so the StarCraft 2 team was working on something else. And they haven't said what it is. And everyone thinks it's because StarCraft 2 is sort of steady, but it's not as popular as it could be. And they think because of the popularity with MOBAs, Warcraft 4 would be perfect because it's the perfect. Warcraft's the perfect mix of MOBA and RTS. Because you have your hero characters that you would control like you were being a MOBA, and then you have your the rest of your army that you control like an RTS, and it's a lot slower paced. Like you're not in StarCraft, you're constantly doing something. There's never a downtime. But in
Okay.
Warcraft, there's a bit of a downtime.
Yeah.
Like StarCraft, there is no downtime. You are from the
No,
moment the game starts, you are playing until the game is over.
Yes. Otherwise, you just get ran over. Now, something I'm excited about, and I've already watched it as soon as I found out it was on Netflix, is Knights of Sidonia season 2 is finally out on Netflix. If you haven't watched the first season and you like mech anime, hell, even if you don't like mech anime, just watch it. It's well worth the watch. Great storyline, cool idea. Some of the stuff that they have, that's going on in it is really cool.
What do you think
And-
of? Go ahead.
Go ahead. And I saw the second season was out, and I'm like, done. I power watched it in one day.
What do you think about the Attack on Titan trailer?
I haven't watched it.
Oh,
Drop me a link. So, any thoughts on Terminator Genesis?
I haven't seen it. I don't
I
really.
haven't either.
If my friend's gonna go see it, I'll see it. I don't really care about Terminator.
Why not?
This doesn't interest me.
Really?
Yeah, the Khaleesi is in it though. Oh, this would piss you off. They've already started to spoil the books
Why you say that?
because they just ended book 5 last for Game of Thrones. Book 5
Yeah.
is over. They finished They finished most of the storyline for book 5, and the last thing that happened on episode 10 of season 5 spoiled the books. Spoiled the probably the first thing that's going to happen in book number 6. So you know
Really?
the situation Jon Snow was in?
Yeah.
Spoiled the shit out of that.
No, they didn't.
So Jon Snow at the end of book 5 was dying.
Yeah, that happened way before the end of book 6. Book 5.
No, but that's the last thing you know of Jon Snow's story, right?
Yeah, that happened 10 chapters before the end of book 5.
Yeah, they spoiled that.
No, they didn't.
He's dead. He died, and
The last thing you see of Jon Snow is he's laying in the snow, bleeding out after being
and I'm talking
stabbed
about
5
the
or 6
game.
times.
I'm talking about the TV show. The last thing you see of Jon Snow is him dead.
Yes, and that's the last thing you see of him in the book.
He's not dead yet in the book. He's dying.
Whatever, it's implied, just like it's implied in the show.
Oh, and they spoiled the Tyrion and what's your name, Daenerys meeting up together and all that storyline.
Oh, that was going to happen inevitably.
Well, next season's going to be spoiler fest for.
Well, the book's going to be out before the next season's out.
You think so?
Yes.
He said George R. R. Martin said it's not coming out this year, so they have until April. He has 4 months at the
Let's
beginning
see,
of 2016 for it to come out.
Wind. Let's see. Wind of the Winter. The Winds of Winter.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be following Sansa, Arya, Ariana Martell, Arian Greyjoy, Theon Greyjoy, Victoria Greyjoy, Tyrion Lannister, and Barrister Salmy so far. That's who it's going to be told through the point of view of those folks.
Mm-hmm.
That's only 2 Starks.
There's not a lot. There's
That's
not a lot of
weird.
Starks.
That's weird that they're not going to follow Bran at all.
So the ending of the way that the TV show ended with Sansa's story, it makes it seem that Sansa and Bran are going to meet together.
I'm pissed about Sansa's story.
Why?
That is so not Littlefinger. He wouldn't do that to her.
Maybe he didn't.
No. I mean, in the book, the character Littlefinger, if you look at his character through that, he would not have done that to her. That was crap. And plus, they ruined Daenerys' ending. Oh God, they ruined it. In the book, whenever the Dothrakis find her in the Dothraki Sea,
Mm-hmm.
she's standing there covered head to toe with and eating horse blood covered in horse blood, eating a chunk of horse meat, standing right next to Drogo. and they're all like horrified of her, from her.
So Drogo's not dead, and Drogon? Oh, the dragon.
Drogon. Sorry, I keep calling him Drogon. Drogon, the dragon.
Mhm.
And in the book, she stands up with like a huge chunk of horse meat in her hand, and she's eating it, and covered in head to toe in blood of the horse, and from her, and they're just like staring at her.
So pretty much how I see that storyline going is she's just gonna add the Dothrakis to her armor. She's gonna
Probably she's
gonna say something clever, and
probably won't even be clever. They'll probably just cave to her and go.
no, because the leader has to kill her.
Drogo will probably kill her. Don't worry. Drogon, excuse me.
No, I'm just saying the leader will has to, because I mean,
Yeah, it's such a challenge.
yeah.
Well, honestly, when it comes to it, I'm like I want to read the book. I can't get into the TV show Galaxy universe. I just can't do it. It's not as good to me.
I think it's better.
No, it isn't. Have you read all the books?
Mhm.
Huh?
Yes. I just finished book 5.
Okay, then if you'd finished book 5, you would have known about that ending. Calling your bullshit right there. I don't think you've read all of book 5.
I have finished it.
Uh-huh.
That didn't happen in book 5.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
That's the last chapter of book 5. Is Daenerys' story.
I'm going to Audible right now. I finished that shit. Audible.com.
What was it? Dances with Dragons?
Yeah. Game of Thrones. Yeah, I finished it. There's no more time. Like I click it and it starts it over. I finished it.
Who's the last chapter?
If I can remember. Yeah, I finished it.
The last chapter of A Dance with Dragons, Daenerys is walking back south of the Dothraki Sea towards Meereen, follow a small rivet which she thinks flows into the river. She spent her time flying on Drogon, but could not make it back to her. Instead, she's been staying at his lair, a small cave in the hill she named Dragonstone as a reference to the place where she was born. Number of hallucinations, bleeding grass and dying, the vision, blah, blah, blah. Finally, a single Dothraki scout approaches her, but she does not see her. The scout frozen. Drogon approaches and then flees. Drogon calls Drogon, flies over, mounts him. Drogon catches and devours a horse, and Dany joins him. This is how Khal Jaqen, or whatever his name is, former co of Khal Drogo, accompanied by 50 warriors, find her. That's the last chapter of it.
So are you telling me Khal Drogo?
No. The former co of Khal.
Yeah.
Of Khal Drogo finds her. The former guy, the guy who's now the Khal Drogo, the leader of the Dothrakis, finds her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No. So that's the last chapter.
That didn't happen.
That did happen.
I'm telling you, I'm like Audible, like I'm clicking play and that shit's not coming up. It's telling me start it over. I don't remember any of that. The last thing I remember is Jon Snow.
You did not get the entire book then.
The last thing I remember, Jon Snow's dying.
You didn't get the entire book because Jon Snow is what chapter was that? Jon Snow.
I have no clue.
All right, because the last chapter, let's see. I'm gonna Google exactly how many chapters. "71 chapters, and the last chapter is Daenerys. You did not read the Queen's Hand, which is Barrister Solomon, and Daenerys. You're missing 2 chapters out of there.
Oh, damn it!
And then there's an epilogue with Kevin Lannister, Caven Lannister, Caven, whatever.
Kevin.
Kevin. We'll call him Kevin. Kevin Lannister. Yeah, you're missing chapters, dude.
Here.
So missing chapters. Anyways, that's the end of our freaking Game of Thrones talk right there. We're just gonna cut that one off right there.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to bring up before we call it quits?
What do you think about the Donald Duck bobblehead that was shown on the Millennium Falcon dash in the pic in a pic of the set?
I need an image. You're gonna have to find
I'm
an
joking.
image
That
for me.
didn't happen.
I'm just gonna have to stab somebody in the eye after that one.
How bad?
I would just quit at that
Mickey
point.
Mouse is a race of aliens. That would be so funny.
Oh God. What was I gonna say? Oh, Star Wars Rebels, season
Yes.
2.
Yes.
I watched last night's episode.
I did not.
Me-
Oh, stop talking.
Me and Toby watched it, and it's I'm gonna have to go back and watch the first season now, all the way through.
It is a very good TV show.
It is. I was hooked. I was sitting there like,
All right. So, did you see the first 2 episodes of season 2?
no, I have not.
The first 2 episodes of season 2, it's with Vader, where Vader and Ahsoka. Ahsoka sort of you kind of get the feeling that she knows who Vader is, and Vader definitely knows who Ahsoka is.
Does Ahsoka and Vader encounter each other in the first 2 episodes?
In the first 2 episodes, Vader's and his fighter attacking the Rebel fleet by himself, badass like.
Oh, okay, that's the episodes I watched last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, because
good.
we won't get a
talk
new
about it.
episode until the fall. That's why I was confused.
Yeah, no. They just showed the first 2 episodes together.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ahsoka and what's his face? Oh, crap. What the hell is the other Jedi's name?
Kano?
Yeah,
Kanan?
Kanan touched Vader's mind, and
Yeah.
she's like, I do. And then Vader's like, the apprentice.
Anakin Skywalker's apprentice.
Yeah. I think it's interesting how he no longer refers to himself as Anakin
Yeah.
at
Have
all.
you seen all the things like you probably have with why Vader's suit is the way it is?
Yeah, it's his breather, and it protects his body.
No, that he that they had the technology to make him a much better suit, but the Emperor gave him that suit because he didn't want Vader to be able to overthrow him.
Makes sense.
In a lot of the books, like Vader's it's like the suit's not comfortable for him to be in. Sometimes his suit will make has problems with the breather and has like his suit will randomly beep for no reason. And apparently all of that was they could have gave him a much better suit, but the Emperor didn't want Vader to be
Want
able
him to have a
overthrow
better
him.
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make him look like Star Killer. That's interesting. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up then.
Okay.
Do it to it.
Thanks for watching Sub Sunday. We talked about a bunch of stuff. Most important topic we talked about was Kelly.
The fact that Jordan needs to read all of Book 5 of Game of Thrones.
I did. You're just making stuff up.
I'm not making it up, man. Google that shit. Google
Right.
it. The Googles is never wrong.
All right, so I gotta find the last 2. I have the books, so I might just read them.
Holy crap, are you gonna be all right reading?
Oh,
I mean,
hold
it
on.
might be
I got
difficult.
something cool. Wait 1 second.
Okay.
I got this.
You just
For
bought the book
free.
set.
For free
Nice. How the hell did you get it for free?
at a giveaway at my school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Oh, that's what I forgot to talk about. I have stopped drinking soda.
Yeah, I heard.
And I've been
I pop
drinking.
into Jordy's channel for a second. I see you gave up soda, and I was like, what a bitch.
Yep, I've been drinking green tea and drinking loads of water lately. And don't get me wrong, I've cheated. I've had a couple since then, but not as much as I used to drink. And it is a very interesting experience.
Oh, if anybody wants a good comic book series to read The Empty. It's an image, and it's
Okay.
So the world, there's a vine. It sort of seems like a singular vine that goes through the entire world, like that branches off, and it's spraying gas that kills everything, and everything's infected and destroyed. And imagine like this world has two continents, and one continent is destroyed, and the other one is completely fine and lush and green, and everyone's happy, but they have no knowledge of each other.
Fascinating.
And for some reason, a girl from the continent with everything green, they want to her like the people there want her gone, want to kill her. So they push her out of her bedroom, and she falls into the ocean and sort of like passes out and wakes up on the shores of the other continent.
Okay.
And she has an ability where she touches things, and life comes from. Like, so she could touch a tree and bring it to life and have like a lush green tree with fruit and everything on it.
Fascinating.
Because her people are farmers.
Okay.
And yeah, and it's really cool. And it's about her and the girl and the main character from the island where everything's from the continent where everything's destroyed, trying to get back to the land where everything is green so that they can save themselves.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might be interesting to check out.
The proportions are really weird. So you know how like the African women or the Indian women with the neck braces where their necks will be really long?
Yeah.
So the girl that can make things come to life has one of those braces on, and her neck is really long and her arms are really short. But the girl from the place with I guess people with where everything's destroyed.
Okay.
Her legs are really long and her arms are really long. And her body's sort of short. Like the proportions, and they make a joke about it. And they're just walking, and there's like the girl with the neck brace, like with the neck rings, is like, "Why are your arms so long?" And she was like, "Why is your neck so long?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
If anybody gets a chance to, also DC is doing this thing called We Are Robin, and it is takes place in Gotham, and basically it's a bunch of teenage kids that have no place to go, or something's happened to them in their life, and they're outcast, and they're brought together by one group, one person, and a group, and they're Robins. They dress up like Robin, Batman and Robin. And as it sits, you're following around. Stop it. This one character, I can't remember his name right off the bat. Crap. We Are Robin. I gotta figure out where it is. Anyways, read it. It's actually solid. It's really good. I'm kind of curious because the first issue ends with somebody hiding behind a door, peeking through, looking at a bunch of Robin suits and outfits and weapons and stuff like that, so they can train the kids as they get them.
This is a show, or
it's a comic.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I'm looking for the damn issue, but I can't find it. So why don't I just go? We Are Robin. Follows. All right, so describes as a mix between G. Okay. Yeah, it's basically a pack of kids that dress up like Robin and are defending the streets of Gotham after a whole bunch of stuff just has happened. It looks really cool. If you get a chance to read it, read it. I can't wait for the next issue to come out because I'm excited to see what happens. So, all right, everybody. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate y'all hanging out. We are out. Have a good one. If you want to be on the show, email me. It'll be in the description.